Hello and welcome to the show. Now, GTA 5 has added some really rather cool vehicles lately, and among my favourites are the new off-road racing cars, the trophy truck and the raid truck. So naturally, we wanted to really test their off-roading abilities. And what better way to do that than to take them racing down the dangerous road. Now, some of you may remember this race from quite a while ago now that kind of loops around this off-road section. A fantastic place to test some off-road vehicles. So we have gathered a selection, I think, with largely hot trophy trucks for this one. There's a couple of the raid trucks in the mix as well. I've gone for the trophy truck simply because I haven't driven this vehicle up until this point. So yeah, thought I would have a go with the trophy vehicle. We're going to go for a 3-lap race around this section. Now, we have a rule with this race because of the tightness of some of the chicanes. This was an early race with lots of very, very nasty chicanes that on the start line we couldn't go until the vehicle ahead has set off to try and avoid some of the chaos when it got to the chicanes. It's kind of worked a little bit. It could be a lot worse, at least, trying to fit through it. Well done, guys. You've made a real mess of that one, haven't you? It's not quite worked so well on that first chicane. It's, yeah, it's designed to very much test the vehicles, and this narrow chicane here, it really does test the vehicle's maneuverability, but if someone makes a mistake, it does cause some problems. Nevertheless, we have now made it through the worst of the sections. Once it's spread out a little bit, things get a lot more interesting. Whoa! Big explosion from the vehicle ahead. Scared the crap out of me, and now I've got myself stuck a little bit. We will get going once more. That's all a little bit close. I forgot about all the explosive barrels hidden around the place, and there are lots of little, as you saw, narrow chicanes, lots of tyre bundles. Oh! That's not what you want to see when you come round a corner. That's 2 down. I'm up into 5th. Oh, and we've mounted a tyre bundle. Oh, that's really not good. Go, go truck, go. Oh, we will get ourselves free. That's also quite a scary sight. That many vehicles come ploughing up the hill towards you. Now, overtaking here is tough. It normally comes down to, well, a vehicle ahead of you making mistakes. We have catch-up on, we have slipstream on, but because of the difficulties in simply driving a truck around this course, it never actually makes a huge wheels getting caught on tyre bundles. Not a good thing indeed. It never actually makes a huge huge difference. I didn't think I'd touched that explodey thing. That yeah, that was not the case. That was a big explosion. Now, you can often get away with, if you hit the explodey cache, whatever you want to call it, doesn't kill your car. But if you are behind someone, oh, we're off. We are off big time. I brushed a bloody rock, and that's going to send me tumbling off there. And I think I'm actually a fair way. Ah, we've dropped a couple of places in all of that. Cars to try. Well, I would kind of rather have vehicles to race with than be miles out on my own. However, I would rather not have fallen off the mountain. Right. Can we get... If you can get overtakes done on this dangerous road part, then well done to you. It is by far the toughest place to overtake imaginable. It is so narrow, so bumpy, and so little margin for error, and I'm on 2 wheels already. That's never a good sign when you're up on 2 wheels this early into a run. Oh, I'm pushing my luck. These vehicles are glorious, though. I've got to say, they are so fantastic. There's a trophy truck off. We will get that position. They are so fantastically fun to drive around it, even if you're just sort of hot lapping around this kind of a circuit. Because of the way the suspension is, the speed that you can take, they are just incredible to drive. You can get away. I mean, you see there, I did a stupid thing clipping the rock. Someone's gone exploded down there. We have recovered through all of that section, though, quite nicely. Oh, we're on 2 wheels. The raid truck has been calmed for his slight shortcutting. Well, we helped him out in the end. We're up into 4th. Oh, stop for that corner. Oh, we're not making that corner. We're going to take the slight long way around. We will be... it's not really shortcutting when you end up losing that much time. Okay, raid truck to hunt down here for 4th place. If one of the vehicles up ahead could have an issue, I'd be okay with that, and then we can make it a 3-way battle for a podium. Oh god, slipstream is more dangerous than it is helpful, in all honesty, because you pick up this sudden burst of speed and you can't necessarily shrug it off by jumping on the brakes somewhere, and you really don't want sudden bursts of speed when cresting some of these jumps. I mean, the trucks can take it at their normal pace, but with slipstream assisted speed, oh, I'm going on the brakes because I'm going to get eaten by a raid truck. Indeed, I have got eaten by a raid truck. Oh, well, we got the position. We got the position in a relatively clean overtake. I kind of went underneath it. It's a way to get past. Normally you go around the outside, or normally you go up the inside. Very occasionally you go around the outside, and sometimes you go over them, or sometimes you fall off a pissing mountain. It's such a good hard fought for battle. I'd fall off the bloody mountain. That is quite annoying. Yeah, sometimes, often the inside, sometimes the outside. Very occasionally over the top, especially in the stunting DLC. But underneath is quite a rare overtaking manoeuvre to pull off. And I mean, we kind of got it. It was more kind of depositing the truck. Never mind. We are. But he's made a mistake as well through the bridge, so we are kind of back to our fight for fourth. We might have another vehicle joining us in a minute. Oh, the concentration with trying to keep this thing on the road is incredible. This is one of the toughest sort of racing areas, I think, in GTA 5 full stop. Trying to go at, well, a race speed. You're trying to go flat out, catching the vehicles ahead, but not fall off this road is just so incredibly tough. Like when I drive this road for the versus the army, we take vehicles down here. I mean, that's all very well and good, but you're not so much going at racing speed. You're going at the speed to survive against the army. Oh, well, that's I will take that position from you. Thank you. Yeah, you're not going at maximum attack. You simply can't, because there's army vehicles around the corners that slow you down that you have to try and dodge and so on. But this, aside from trying to get around the chicanes, you're taking it on the limit of what the car can do, and these can do a lot when you're not up on two wheels across a bank. I think I do spy third up ahead, so if he could have a small roll somewhere, that would be good news for us indeed. Now I am got to be aware we have a vehicle right behind us. Now it's much more likely that I'm going to make a mistake and that's how he's going to get past me, than actually him able to find a way around as we sweep. I love this sweeping section down here as we come off the dangerous road. Again, when you can go maximum attack in a racing situation, it is glorious fun. Now, on the brakes earlier, that's more like it. That's actually really nicely done through that opening part of the lap. Third place, sorry. We are coming for... We were going to aim for you. Oh, I got away with that one. That could have gone so badly wrong. Like, the suspension articulation on this vehicle is really good. Oh, now it is on. Now it is on for a podium, potentially. We've got to pressure him into a mistake here. It's the easiest way to get an overtake, unless you're going to be mega brave, and I am not quite. I mean, third would be lovely, but I don't quite want to go full-on attack at this stage in the lap here. While the race is technically a point-to-point, it is just a loop around this area. It's the reason why is because the game won't let you spawn in a grid as narrow as we had in that area, so the grid has to be spawned elsewhere. But yeah, it is a 3-lap race around this place. Oh, third is going... We nearly went underneath the second vehicle. That is a third place for me. If I can keep myself out of trouble, we can hopefully... Oh, it's not going to be easy running away from third. He is right there, and I can't afford that. Second up ahead. I say second up ahead, quite a long way ahead in the other side of the river there. Has the raid truck. So one of the raid trucks is doing not too badly out here. Oh, get on the brakes. That water is... The water is a surprisingly... It can be a surprisingly deceptive section. If you get a wheel, if you get sort of the side of the truck in the water and the other side out of it, it can actually drag the vehicle along, and you can get yourself into a little bit of trouble there. It looks like a nothing section compared to what else is going on around here, but yeah, you can actually get yourself into a fair bit of strife. I'm really impressed with the way the trophy truck is dealing with these terrain. There's some corners where I'm going in, I'm thinking I'm far too late under braking. It hasn't got the most powerful of brakes, but I think it's better than the Brawler, and you go into some of these corners with tremendous speed, and it has the grip and the suspension travel to deal with the speed through these turns. It's, yeah, really rather good fun just driving it around this kind of terrain. Oh, I'm engrossed in trying to catch second, but I know I'm so far back. I need a mistake from second place if we are going to get any further up. It doesn't look like we're going to get one either, because he is vanishing off a little bit ahead of me. Oh, get turned. I think he may have had a little spin, but he's miles ahead. We have managed to lose fourth place, though, after he looked like he might mount a challenge at some point. Oh, no, we've gone for a roll. Ah, crap. I was trying to be brave down that section, and we've got ourselves in trouble. It's going to be a little bit of a close finish. It's still enough. Well, I had to roll it eventually, didn't I? There we go. I was trying. That section is so satisfying if you get it right flat out. You can do it, but you've got to be pinpoint precise. And I wasn't. We clipped the rock. We went for a tumble, but there we go. That's actually quite a good fun race. We had some chances. Took the chances. Got a little snared up at the start, but on a whole, yeah, these vehicles are incredible for this kind of race. They're perfectly suited, and I think really well done. By far, of all of the GTA 5 vehicles, these ones are just good fun to drive off-road. They don't crash about as lot as some of the other supposedly off-road vehicles and so on. Hey! A big tumble. That might have overcooked it a little bit into that section. Yeah, that didn't go to plan, did it? As it's going to end up in the ditch. Yeah, that's a long way off of the checkpoints. Easy to roll, as you might expect around a course like this. Now you've got to go the wrong bloody way up the course to try and get to the checkpoints, and you've got to do a 3-point turn top of the mountain. Very easy to roll with this kind of ride height, especially on this kind of terrain. Apart from the clip on the rock, we've got a couple of scary two-wheeled moments. End up in the ditch. Oh, the race time is nearly out. Are we going to make it to the finish? Probably not now. Those rocks are solid. That tree's also very solid. Nope, not going to make it to the finish there. Trophy trucks, pretty damn awesome around the dangerous road. Of course, it wouldn't be true FailRace, though, if we didn't take a car well outside its comfort zone. Of course, the trophy trucks and raid trucks are going to be really good fun. You'd expect them to be really good fun, at least, going down this road. The question is, how are the supercars, the new race cars, going to fare when tackling the same course? They are not going to ride the bumps anywhere near as well. They are going to be faster, they might have better brakes, but they're also likely to be a lot skiddier, a lot more likely to spin out, etc. We're going to find out. I've gone for the Lexus LFA, kind of the wide-body LFA. I'm not sure. I thought it might be the shortest of the lot, so I'm less likely to get caught up on bumps. Is it the shortest car here? You know what? I don't think it's actually that much difference in. It's slightly shorter than the McLaren, and I think it's not quite as wide as the 787Bs. So that was my thinking behind this particular choice. Whether it'll be a good one or not, who knows? Only time will. Apparently, I found the 787B section back here. We're in the we're in the Mazda part as we get underway through the... Well done. Someone's already managed to find the tyre bundle. One Mazda spanner. Well, that might make it actually easier for us getting through this opening chicane. You might wonder why there is a floating bush here. That is a very good question. There is. It's just a permanent fixture of this circuit. It does apparently mess up with the camera sometimes as well, just to make things a little bit more difficult. Oh, a little bit of lag is not going to help matters. Has everyone got through the bus stop first time out? No, actually, they've done a pretty good job. One car got slowed down. I've been a little cheeky. I'm sorry. I was very much thinking about going off-road. Now, there is an alternate route if it gets really stuck, where you can go, whoa, that is a big flip. That is a big flip and not a sight you want to see. Another fellow Lexus has found the drink. In fact, my teammate has found the drink. I think there's only 2 of us. Oh, no, I lied. There's 3 of us. Well, we're a 3-car team. Bugger it. Has found the drink. We are bouncing around from side to side. Yeah, there is an off-road route if things get really stuck up that you can brave, and I was about to brave that one as everyone started getting going again. So I was a bit of a cheeky sod there. I kind of apologise for that one. There's supposed to be a very British ruling on queuing there, and I slightly broke that one. Oh god, the bounces. I have to say, while yes, oh, big explosion, I'm glad we were as far back as we were. Now we've got a 4-car battle for this position. The Lexus has lost its wing. No almighty wing is no good. Oh, No, brakes. Oh, no, I spotted an opportunity to try and gain some zone positions. Oh, he's through the middle. Well done there, good sir. You have made up, you've made up 3 positions. Oh, we've screwed it up for everyone. I was not expecting him to get stuck there, and then I was committed to going, not seeing that not realizing he was actually going to get caught on the wall. Well, our big 4-car battle did not last particularly long. I'm not sure these are going to like the water. That's what I was talking about, the vehicle's getting dragged. Oh, no, don't do aerial attacks at this stage on the track. It's not going to go well. Yeah. More so probably in these race cars, more aerial attacks. I'm going past. I'm not waiting back there. I'm getting impatient. I bumped him a little bit. The water dragging the car sideways, yes, I will get to that point eventually. You saw what happened to the car ahead of me. If you get things a little bit wrong, yeah, you can get in heaps of trouble down there. Right, we have made that turn. Oh, God, it's so... Yeah, these are not quite as nice and planted, but they're not doing too badly. Again, bear in mind how far outside of its comfort zone this race car is. It is slidier. You know, I don't feel like I can attack the course in the same way. The time trialing this circuit would be immense, or just this road, or whatever, this area, be immense in the trophy trucks. In this, it is a little more terrifying, but still actually surprisingly controllable. Still quite good fun. I spot a couple of McLarens up ahead with a sort of 4th and 5th place. I bet if we can go for a double podium, I'd be relatively happy with that one. The leader has, the leaders do often break away a little bit in this race with the nature of the nasty chicanes. Oh! Sorry, I did not know that there was a car stuck there. I would not an intentional aerial attack, that one. It was an aerial attack on a McLaren that rolled it. I mean, I'm kind of proud in some respects, having rolled an opponent's car. Equally, you know, I'd like to try and race fairly if I can. So, yeah, well, it's a thing that happened. Oh, mind the rocks. Sometimes they move, sometimes they don't. I'm not going to take the risk. I'd rather get on the brakes and lose a little bit of time. Oh, this looks like a nice, tasty battle going on up ahead. Master's getting carried. That was a huge carry. That was a massive, massive carry down there. Oh, we got 2 cars through there. We did. I didn't want to get slowed down for an error that wasn't sort of my own, so I've been really cheeky. I will be honest with that one. I've been really cheeky with the... crap. Okay, now I've made a silly error. I can get away being cheeky if I get myself out of truck, if I don't block up the road. Now I've done a stupid. So that's my bad on that one. Yeah, oh no, this Lexus is slidey. This Lexus is very, very slidey. I think the Mazda may have had a slight off somewhere, because I was expecting him to be right behind me. And he is not. That is a really tough corner to get the car slowed down for. You know, the brakes on the trophy truck really aren't that bad when you compare it to the likes of, you know, this is a full-on race car. Yeah, it's in unfamiliar territory. Honestly, I kind of felt like I had more confidence in the truck in getting slowed down, because you kind of knew what it was going to do across the bumps. This, you can kind of get yourself in trouble without quite realizing it. And then when you try to slow down, it can all get a little bit uncomfortable. Whereas at least with a trophy truck, while, you know, physical stopping distance is perhaps a little bit longer in kind of ideal conditions, in these kind of conditions, it's it's a little bit easier. Right, I spot a podium position. There was a Mazda right behind me for a second, and then he's lost it. Oh, there's a sunk McLaren. We're gonna I've not seen anyone hit that before. That is a new accident to have at that part of the circuit. I guess everyone is trying to take that tighter line to stay away from the water. I mean, it is advised to try and take the tighter line, but that's a little bit too much of a tighter line. Well, we have found ourselves up into a 3rd position. Let's try and be nice and smooth around that section. Oh, God, big snaps of oversteer. At least it's kind of relatively controllable when the back end does let go, even missing the relatively mighty wing. I'm not quite sure it's a full-on mighty wing, but a relatively mighty wing. Oh, hello, 2nd place. I'll take that off you as well. Oh, the leader is an absolute mile ahead. Oh, no, the leader's had an off, judging by where the little dot is there. That's, he might be trying to recover it back onto the road without a reset, and he might get it, but that has helped me. That has helped me considerably. He is 23 seconds up the road. That would have probably been last taken at the checkpoint, so I might have gained some ground. That's one round. No, perhaps not. So, okay. Oh, no, don't do anything silly up there. We've got to try and find... Oh, I can say we've got to try and find some time. I can maybe make up some time by being brave. However, let's face it, with this much of a gap, it's more going to come down to who doesn't make a mistake. And I have got a car catching me. It looks like a big old 3-car battle going on behind us as well. This may well become the battle for second place as we run down now. Don't do the same dumb thing I did with the trophy truck. That's good. We're through there. We are fine. Oh, I've got on the brakes. Yeah, got on the brakes a little too. In that braking zone, that's like the one normal braking zone on this circuit. The car gets slowed down like a normal race car. You can brake really late. Oh, I thought I was going to get smacked from behind. That's the bush doing the RC camera trick on you, just to keep you on your toes, basically. Now this, in some cars, can actually be taken flat out if you get it absolutely 100% spot on, or certainly if not flat out, can get taken quickly. No, we've lost our second place to the Mazda. Me, again, being a little too brave with this car. We're going to have to... I'm kind of in the same predicament that I was in with the trophy truck to an extent. Fortunately for the trophy truck, cars ahead made a mistake, so I didn't have to quite go full out attack, because you don't want to go crazy on the attack and fall off the road, because that's when you lose all of the time. But equally, you know, I want to try and make up ground. That Mazda is bounding away. He is actually really flying through this course. There is not much I can even do if I want to try and catch up to that vehicle. That is absolutely flying up these hills. Maybe that is the best off-road of the race cars. Potentially. I don't know, because that is absolutely flowing away from me. I thought I was driving relatively well around here, but no, that is absolutely off. I've got to go even more aggressive in terms of speed and bravery and whatnot if I want to keep up with that thing. Just please make a mistake. As the only real chance I have here of regaining a second place. I am doing a pretty good job of keeping my car out of the water there and not ending up in the barrier. I think I see first as well. We might have gained ever so slightly on him, or they could be a lap down car. Who knows? And I daren't take my hands off the controls long enough to flick to the race menu, because this is where it all does get very, very technical, and yeah, one small mistake and it can cost you multiple positions. I think perhaps the Mazda might be a little better at the opening section. I am maybe a little braver through here. Who is the leader? Who is a lap down car? I don't know. That is the lap down car, and I've been the one that's got unfortunately a little bit stuck in all of that. That's cost me probably a chance for second place. I don't want to say the Mazda's working together, but yeah, getting caught up going around the outside. Nothing that the rolled car could do. He was trying to recover it. Just the vehicle ahead of me arrived at the scene a little bit better time than I did and could skate around the outside, and I got a little caught in a bush trying to recover. We're going a little bit wide there. My only hope is that the leaders that we can see up ahead have a fight. Oh, I've spun. Ah, there goes my chance. I was pushing so hard there trying to catch up. I was pushing as hard as I can get this car and try to keep it under control. My hope was that the leaders try to push each other for the lead would make a mistake and I could perhaps profit. In the end, me trying to catch up to them is the one that made a mistake. It's going to be a great finish up there, just around the corner, out of sight. They put a rock in my way. I can't do anything about. Well, bugger it. There we go. We'll jump across that one for a third place finish. Well, 2/3. At least some consistency going on, and relatively, well, I'll take 2 podiums. I think that's relatively good going. In all of that, the race cars weren't actually too bad. The race cars really didn't do too badly in all of this off-road course. It is still a good fun track to drive these around. These are more likely to spin out than you are to roll them, and I think I prefer rolling. Out of the 2 options, I definitely think we had the best race was going on at the front. It does get quite spread out on this circuit. It can get quite spread out with having to reset and so on. And we're not going to see any big crazy tumbles down the side of the mountain. I suspect we're probably not going to see any more of them. We'll just cycle through the cars. I'll have a look at the leaderboard, see just how close it was at the front, because I suspect it would be not by very much. There we go. Leaderboard. 0.2 of a second. Actually, 3 different cars in the top 3 is also always good. Quite a good paying race, this one. 33,000 for the victor there. Yeah, 0.2 of a second on a circuit like this one is impressive. That's very, very close finish. As the Lexus we're following has stuffed it in the rock. as many cars have around this circuit. Well, there we go. That is it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. There hopefully will be a link in the description to this track, so you can download it, have a go with it yourself. But until next time, goodbye.